You guys, it's double rainbow all the way. Double rainbow, look. Double rainbow. Double rainbow all the way. It's a double rainbow all the way. Whoa, that's so intense. Double rainbow all the way. It's beautiful. Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Darin Nakakihara, and I'm a 4th grade teacher in Southern California. This channel is all about the art of teaching. So if that's something that you might be interested in, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. All right guys, have you ever had one of those moments when you're teaching and you're like, dang it, I'm a good teacher. Today, the whole day I have just felt like a great teacher, you guys. My kids are just learning, and I love that. Like, that's what I became a teacher for, is to teach kids, you know? And when you can see that learning and you see the excitement in their eyes, wow. Let me just tell you, I'm having a great day today. We all need to have great days. I'm hoping you're having a great day too. So let me just kind of reflect on my day so far. Okay, so the kids came in and we worked on some math. Right now, we are smack dab in the middle of division, and we're trying to take those foundational skills that they learned in 3rd grade and just ramp them up to 4th grade level. So, for instance, instead of dividing something like, 21 divided by 7, they're now dividing something like 2,100 divided by 7. And not so easy for some of them. But we have worked really hard on taking their understanding from 3rd grade and using that understanding on bigger numbers. And that's the challenge in 4th grade. But they did so good. Today we are working on partial quotients, where the kids, they use the big 7, or it's kind of set up like the standard algorithm, but they try to take off chunks from using numbers that they're comfortable with. So if it's something like 120 divided by 5, they take off a chunk like 50. 5 times 10 equals 50, and then they subtract 50 from 110, and they just keep subtracting until they get nothing or a remainder at that point. So that's using partial quotients. And yesterday I introduced it, a lot of question marks, but today we went through and we were working together on these little plastic sheets, just whiteboard markers, and we were going through a bunch of problems, and I could see these little light bulbs going off all over the room. It was fantastic, you guys. Fantastic. And then, it's a little chilly here, and we make the kids go out and eat lunch outside. So what I did was, I'm like, who wants to eat lunch inside? And they're like, almost everybody raised their hands. So we ate lunch inside together. We watched a little bit of the Lego movie, and then I sent them out to play outside. And I know they appreciate that. Their parents probably appreciate that too. It's chilly, for Southern California. But you guys don't make your kids eat outside, so don't give me any of that. Anyways, it's a little cold, so we had the kids inside today, just my class, and they really enjoyed that. They came back from lunch, and then what we did was we dived into co-spaces, and here's how I rolled it out. The first thing that I did was I had them get onto their co-space account, and they just got to mess around in there, and they got to build a little virtual reality using the library and uploading things, and they got to experiment and just play around. And it's like, Mr. N, how do you do this? And I'm like, I have no idea, just press some buttons. That's my thing. Just be a button pusher, you're not gonna break it. Use your problem solving skills, right? That's what we're trying to develop here, because to be honest, I don't know how to do everything in this app. So, I couldn't help them even if I wanted to. And I didn't want to. I want them to explore and problem solve and fail and figure things out. So they did that first, and we did that for a short time, maybe 7 to 10 minutes. then I rolled out another one, and I walked them step by step on how to put an object in there, and then right click on that object and make it available inside of the coding portion of this. So you can code inside of CoSpaces by making the objects available to the code. Click on the code, and then it has, just like Scratch, it has a little block coding that you could do, or you can write JavaScript for it. But we were doing the block coding where they're manipulating the objects in these virtual reality worlds. And so they would put an ice skater in there, or a dragon, and then they would make the dragon or the ice skater move and skate and jump and fly. It was pretty cool. And then I put them inside of some of the cardboards that we have, and so they were able to see their worlds that they're creating inside these 3D goggles. It was pretty freaking cool, man. The kids were loving it. It was so much better, by the way, than doing just code.org where you're making, Angry Bird move one square at a time. They're like actually taking these three-dimensional figures and they're manipulating them, making them do things. It was pretty special. Anyways, it's Tuesday of Computer Science Week. Yesterday we had some people from Amazon come out. That was super cool too, because they were actual engineers from Amazon, and they took them through an hour of code. And it was, the actual coding was pretty elementary, but having those engineers here walking around the room helping the kids was really cool. Like, I was listening to them help the kids, and they're asking about the code that they're writing, and like, oh, you got bad code. It was really neat, but they were able to speak to them on a different level that I'm not able to speak to them at, and I thought that was super fun. Today, part of Computer Science Week, I took them through the augmented and virtual reality worlds on CoSpaces. Tomorrow, we will work on our Merge Cube portion of the CoSpaces app, and I'm really looking forward to that too, you guys. That's like so much fun, so much fun. I love Computer Science Week. We never do just an hour. We always do the whole week, and it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. You have to think of it this way. It's not that they're going to produce these incredible things, during this hour. It's that you're planting the seed to where now, like what we did today, now they're going to start thinking about the world in a different way. Like, they won't just think about coding as moving an object up and down or across or turning around on a flat computer surface. Now they're going to start thinking about how they can manipulate something in a 3D atmosphere, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to plant these seeds so that when they get older, they're like, oh, I could do this, and they're going to take these things to a completely different level. And that's, I think, the whole idea of Hour of Code, CS Week. It's to plant those seeds so that they grow, and the next big thing is going to come from these kids right here. Yes. That's such the teacher in me, huh? Like, that is such Hoper talk. But that's how I feel, you guys. That's why I became a teacher. How about you guys? Okay, so tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll probably work on some more Merge Cube stuff. Thursday, we will follow that up with some more Merge Cube stuff. And then Friday, we're going to have our little buddies come in. And I was thinking of coding using the Sphero for EDU app, where they again use blocks to try to code these spheros to go through a maze. We had some success with that. I think that I'll use it as chariot races. So we'll build chariots and we'll have races using these spheros. It'll be super fun. And so that's what's happening. I'll try to shoot some B-roll for you so that you can see some of this fun stuff. But hey, Computer Science Week in Mr. N's class. Hope you're having a great week. I'll check in with you later. So right now the kids are in CoSpaces and they're using the coding app to code their augmented reality to make it like do stuff. So it's a little more fun than doing like code.org because the kids are actually taking like three-dimensional figures and they're coding them so that they move around. It's pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. Check this out.
Look at what I do. Look at her. I'm supposed to be riding a horse.
Let's see it. Press play.
Does it do nothing?
Doesn't do anything? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me see your code there. Very nice. That's it. That's it. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, we've made it to the end of another week. It was a fabulous week of computer science education all week long. The kids got to work with an actual engineer from Amazon. It was super cool. And then we took those skills, those coding skills that they learned on Monday, and we transferred them to CoSpaces where they used the same Scratch block coding to program some stuff inside of CoSpaces, a virtual reality environment. It was so engaging. Those kids loved it. They had so much fun. And then we took that and we were programming some Spheros and we worked with Ozobots and it was just a fun week. I can't wait to dig in because we really didn't have enough time. We need more time. More time, guys. But alas, CS Week is just that, just a week. But I want you to think about, I talked about it earlier, but the whole point of this is not to teach them how to code inside of an hour or a week. The point of it is to open up their minds to the possibilities of things that could be. And so I think that I accomplished that this week. And it would be so interesting to see how these kids turn out. Would any of them, from this point forward become programmers? Or, I don't know, maybe they'll invent something super cool because of the stuff that we did in here this week. I don't know, but that's my hope. If you are a new viewer, please hit that like and subscribe. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. I really appreciate it. We are getting closer to Christmas, guys. This close. We're this close. We're getting so much closer. I hope that you have a fantastic week. I will talk to you next weekend. So long.